When US President Joe Biden came into office, one of his first tasks was to re-enter the Paris Climate Agreement and set the US on a path towards net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2050. Environmentalists cheered those moves, but those who work in the fossil fuel industry say the Biden administration's green energy policies could have a devastating impact on their only source of income, especially for those living in the state of Louisiana. Robert Ray reports.
New Orleans. This is what most people think of when you mention the city. But when the party is over, the city works hard. New Orleans is the nation's third largest coal exporting port. Louisiana's 17 oil refineries account for nearly 1/5 of the nation's refining capacity. Not only does the country rely on this region to keep the lights on, but it also means thousands of people rely on the energy sector here to support their families.
It's not something you can flip a switch and change. It's a multi-decadal change if you could do it at all economically.
And we're going to put people to work.
In January, fresh off his inauguration, President Biden enacted a 60-day ban on new oil and gas drilling permits and leases for federal lands and waters, including the Gulf of Mexico, where about 17% of the nation's crude oil is produced.
To summarize this executive order, it's about jobs, good paying union jobs. It's about workers, building our economy back better than before. It's a whole of government approach. Put climate change at the center of our domestic, national security, and foreign policy.
President Biden is aiming to transition the entire country to 100% renewable energy for electricity by 2035. And by 2050, he wants zero net emissions for the overall economy.
Louisiana Senator Bill Cassidy thinks the entire plan will wreak havoc across the energy sectors.
President Biden has just put a target on these energy jobs, and that is bad for the worker, it's bad for the environment, it's bad for our country, it's bad for the world.
Many others believe that years have been wasted and it's time to catch up on the changing environment.
My hope is that we as a country think about this change, this transition to a different kind of an energy system, get the folks who've been working in those industries into different kinds of jobs that pay well and that are also safe.
Eric Smith from the Tulane Energy Institute in New Orleans doesn't see a fruitful future ahead for the workers.
We don't have enough people to run the refineries to produce the gasoline we need for the cars. So we end up with huge shortages and imbalances between countries. And that's what wars are fought over. They're not fought over, grand visions. They're fought over the fact that the car won't run because I don't have any gasoline for it.
The American Petroleum Institute analysis shows an extended drilling ban would impact the Gulf Coast the hardest, estimating 48,000 job losses in Louisiana alone by 2022. In New Orleans, Robert Ray, TRT World.